Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Reality Is. And I did say on Instagram just yesterday, I said, hey, I'm going to take the week off for Eid because I'm tired and I got to eat. And then I was inspired by Cory Booker, who said, I'm a yap. And I said, why am I shutting my yapper?
Yeah.
So I'm here to talk to Kendrick about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and also White Lotus because Rahil's traveling for work. So I'm not doing my White Lotus episode with him. I got my next brother,
Oh,
Kendrick. Um,
hi.
Hi, but Kendrick, we have to talk about breaking comic book related or, superhero related news.
Oh my
Val Kilmer
gosh.
is no longer with us.
The Batman of all Batmans. Wow.
The prettiest bat mouth I've ever seen in my life.
My God. Oh, it's just, I'm glad we got him for Top Gun Maverick. That really oh boy, that scene, that was all just like one big tug at the heartstring. Oh Val.
Can I
Oh
tell you a
Val.
secret?
Yes.
I've never watched any of the Top Gun content.
Okay, I only watched Top Gun Maverick. Now that we're talking about it, okay, I only watched Top Gun Maverick because I felt like I was getting left out of a movement. Everyone was like, "Oh, you gotta wait, you gotta wait." I was like, "I've never saw the first one." Okay, I'll go and watch it. So I got on the Paramount and I
Uh-huh.
watched Top Gun. So I was like, "Okay, that was it was cute. She's a girl, okay." And so then I was okay. Well, it's still in theaters. Let me go now because they keep saying that if I don't see it in theaters, I'm gonna miss out on the world's greatest thing. I'm like,
I
okay,
don't know,
whatever,
like
fine.
jet boners or something. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my god, it was actually pretty fucking amazing. I was like, okay, wow, this is actually great. This is cinema. Like, oh my god, it was the right amount of incredibly cheesy, like only Tom Cruise can do. Him and his little
Mhm.
Scientologist heart, and it was I didn't mind it. It was good. I've rewatched it a few times since it's
Uh,
been on not the DVD but the video on demand. Okay, I've watched it a few times.
Not the DVD.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody's watching the DVDs anymore, Kendrick.
I almost said it. I was like, wait. That's not what people do. Okay, hold on.
Blu-ray. I haven't been watching it on cassette, but
Right.
I do watch it on demand.
Me and my Walkman, we were listening to it on the way.
I recorded it for my radio.
Oh my
Well,
god. Wait,
yeah.
earlier when you said Cory Booker inspired you, and then you said I can yap, but why aren't I literally thought you were about to say he inspired me because he was like, get your fucking ass up and work, bitch. Because that's what I felt like he was saying to me. I mean, I literally sit at a desk for all of the jobs that I do require
Yeah.
me sitting down. Nothing
Yeah.
requires me standing up. So
No.
I mean, I feel like he was saying bitch, get the fuck up.
Well,
Get the fuck up.
I don't know if you've noticed this about me because we have spent some IRL time together. If there's a seat, I'm
Yes.
sitting.
Yes.
I like to have a seat. Okay, this butt, it deserves to be rested.
I would like to say that when we did the escape room with 13 teenagers,
Mhm.
none of them were charitable enough to give us seats. So
The
I did not
elderly!
care for that.
The
Yes.
elderly! You give your chair to the elderly, okay? Jerks.
Yes.
I
Little
know. Well,
assholes.
yeah, no, Cory Booker for sure was here's the thing. The man is 55 years old. 55 years old, he stood on his 2 feet, his God-given feet, for 25 hours, and that
Right.
can't be me. Genuinely I don't think I can stand in one spot for maybe more than I could give you I was gonna say 90 minutes, but if I'm being truthful, maybe like 45. I give you how
Truly.
what's the longest you can go standing? Because I know you are a gym bro now,
Oh
Kendrick.
my god, I can't
So
go. I can do treadmill for an hour, but after that, my legs literally are jelly, jam.
yeah,
Even I don't know whatever Destiny Child couldn't shake.
preserves.
I don't know. Yes,
Bon Mama preserves.
yeah.
That's what your legs are.
My
I
legs
know.
are dust after that. So I don't. The thought 25 hours. The thought of doing I'll say this. I could maybe because you know what those episodes of sitcoms where oh my god we could win a car all we got to do is put our hand on top of this and not move
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
that has always been the most unrelatable episode of television to me on no matter what show they do it on. Because I'm like, there is no way y'all want a car this damn bad to where y'all are pissing on y'all self for a full day. Y'all aren't eating. I'm diabetic. I need a meal. Like it's too much happening. I'm not doing this with y'all. So I can't relate,
Yeah.
Cory, but I'm glad you can. I'm glad we got soldiers in the battle that have good dexterity because I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sturdy.
People are horny for him now because they're like, "I didn't know that stamina was, so, it was as rare as, I guess, a decently priced crate of eggs," because
Right.
people are really into it, and I was like, I mean, I guess I'm not really into him, but I
Yeah.
do wanna know, like, was there compression socks involved? Was there compression bodysuit? Do you think he was
Right.
wearing Lisa Rinna's Depends? Like,
Right.
the poops and the peas were my concern. Did he smell like shit afterwards? Like, I need to because Strom Thurmond, who's the last piece of shit who did this, who
Yes.
literally was protesting against the civil rights movement.
Yes.
He smelled like ass. Like, he left a dookie
Oh,
on the
that raggedy
floor.
bitch. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that literally. So my question was, when you do this, because I know some people will just kind of like. I feel like the entire 25 hours, he stayed the course. Like he talked about what he needed to talk about. He had a lot of shit to say. I feel like I saw one thread where someone said at this point, Cory Booker should just like recite Sam Rockwell's monologue from White Lotus at some point. And I'm like, you
Yes.
know what? Because like I would run out of shit to say. Like I'm someone who, if needed, I can complain from sun up to sundown. Okay,
Absolutely.
but like after a while, like I'm gonna start quote like my complaints are gonna start turning into movie monologues. Like, I'm gonna give you Taraji P Henson, and I work like a dog day and night. I'm giving you a lot. Like I'm gonna give you the drama,
Yeah.
okay? Because after a while, I'm like, you know what, girl? I don't know what eggs are high. Like I don't know what else to tell y'all. Like what can I
Well,
say?
I know. He did read letters from constituents, so that was great.
Okay,
Like, that was awesome. He was reading letters from constituents from Republican, areas of the country where they feel like they're not being heard. I mean, it was actually quite brilliant. Now, of course, there are people who are like, "It's so performative." Like, "Look at the Democrats. They're so performative." And I'm
oh
like,
my
"Okay,
god,
Chad, what are you doing?
you're right. Exactly.
What are you doing?" I
Shut
saw
your ass
somebody from the Schmilstein campaign being like, "Look at the Democrats. They're so perform." I'm like, "You the entire Green Party is literally just performative. That's what you guys do. Shut your mouth,
Exactly.
okay? Go back
Exactly.
to the hole that you came out of. We'll see you in 4 years, okay?"
Go back to not helping anybody win anything, okay?
Exactly. Okay, so RIP Val Kilmer, we're gonna miss you. Gone too
Oh,
soon, like, way too soon, actually
right.
upsetting.
That's it.
While that fascist and his cronies live and breathe, I
Uh,
mean,
how I mean, wow. Just
it
alarming.
yeah, this is a bad place. So
This
that's
feels very opposite of what Galinda said in Wicked. She said, no one mourns the wicked, I know, though we don't mourn the wicked, but you feel like all things will have the happy ending. And it's not feeling that way right now. So I need someone to give it to me. I
I
can't I can't ask for Luigi. I can't do that, but I'm just saying I need someone to give me some type of happy ending, like whether it's a massage or so, like I need some kind of happy ending, okay? I need something. Give me
I
a
need
smile.
something. Okay,
Yes.
I need to yeah, I need like a an emotional, a mental hand job.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what I need right
All
now.
right. Well, you know what has been making me really happy, and it's unfortunate because I guess this is going to be the last episode that'll make us happy. It was Atlanta. Like,
Oh,
these was it 3 or 4 episodes of Atlanta have been so good.
four. It's so yes,
4
it's
4
so
episodes.
good.
So good, so funny. Like, just
Mm-hmm.
Portia and Kenya cackling over yam bites.
The
Like,
yeah bites.
it's so silly. Portia being like, "Kenya, you have the fattest vagina I have ever seen in my life." And Kenya just laughing. She's like, "Yeah, a little extra cushion." It was so funny.
I
I was like,
loved it.
it was so good. I was having such a delightful time. And to
Oh my
think
god.
that things are about to take a dark turn.
Oh boy. I know we're gonna talk about Beverly Hills, but it really felt like, and no one ever saw Denise Richards ever again.
know. I know. I
Oh,
know. It's like that clip of Kyle being like, "And that was the last time we were all so happy," or whatever that
yes.
was. Like, I know, because
Man.
okay, it's crazy to be at this point to be like, I hate this woman that had allegedly, like, revenge porn used
Yes.
against her at her place of business, but she sucks.
Yeah. Not the great this episode really, because like I hadn't minded her the first three, but this one I was like, oh girl. Like it wasn't only the fact that like you're threatening with guns, which full disclosure, it could be,
Yeah,
but it wasn't. It's also the fact that like I feel like we're finding out a lot about you fast, and all the things I'm finding out, it kind of feels like okay, you fall out with one sister,
yeah,
that's that can be anybody. A couple of sisters in Kenya, and you threatening with guns, and where's your husband? He appears like magic. Okay, you might be the problem. I don't. At some point, I got to kind of rethink and say, you know what? Maybe I'm at fault in some of this shit, and I feel like Brit just won't do it.
absolutely, and I think that I'm always very, a red flag for me is when a man says females instead of women.
Yes, yes,
And then it's an even larger red flag when a woman says females, because Brit said, I don't really have, a lot of friendships like this. Like me and females, we just don't get along. Females?
gee, child.
You
Oh
better not
boy.
call me a female.
That's what I knew. Whatever her sister did to get fired, I'm sure. I'm like, you know what? Go do it again, girl, because like you shouldn't have been fired. I'll help you file a complaint with HR at this point. Brit's the problem.
The sister rolling in to that whatever, that restaurant over salmon kebabs. Fucking
Yes.
hate. The sister was like, "Yeah, I'll fucking film with you. You better give me a chunk of money." Like, that
Uh-huh.
just felt like the most, and Brit being like, "I love you. No, like, we're so good. We're so good.
God.
It's fine. I love my family.
Oh my god. And the fact that
Clean up
we
on aisle
I
17."
know. Girl, like I need you. Like she's got to do like when you're on a plane and your ears get stuffy, so you hold your nose and you blow out. Like I need her to do one of those
She did
numbers.
whatever. She shut her ears and blow out of her nose
Yeah.
real hard.
The reverse effect. Like we need something to go
What
on.
what is she needs a neti pot or something, because
Something.
she is borderline Voldemort
No,
at this point. She is just nostrils.
it is literally just like she's going the way of Erica Jane in terms of like I no longer have a nose. I'm just gonna talk through my eyes now,
Okay,
and it's like, oh boy.
it's crazy. Yeah, sister hates her.
Sister absolutely hates her. Brit is an interesting one because we sat there at the table and we watched her try to convince her sister that the sister and the husband have this great relationship and that he's not a red flag. He's amazing. He loves you. All the while, I literally kept looking around my room. I'm like, what the fuck? What is vibrating right now? What is that?
Yes.
And it was her phone the entire time. I was like, oh, this is no, 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 no. A man that is okay. Like I could almost understand if like you were going out to see an ex-boyfriend, y'all, you wanted closure about something, you going to talk to him, your husband's like, okay, you've been there too long, come on home now. Then I could almost rationalize and be like, okay, but a
Mhm.
man blowing you up this much while you're at dinner with your sister, telling you to in her words, get your ass home now, girl. Okay.
That
Okay. You
that
worried
guy's a
about a baby.
weirdo.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo. He's a weird dude, okay? He's a weird
Yeah.
dude. Honestly, almost every man that has come on Bravo that we've been like, "This guy seems like bad news," has
Mhm.
been bad news. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that there's a single one. I think the only one that has, like, kind of gotten a little better is Shane from OC, Emily's
Yeah.
husband, but that's just because we understood their dynamic more.
That's what it is. He truly stayed the course. All the other people try to like will change and like they're so performative that we're like, no, we see right through you. Shane was like, yeah, I'm an asshole. It's okay. And he just
Yeah.
stayed the course. And we're like, you know what? Your asshole is kind of endearing. It's okay. I don't mind it so much.
Exactly, and I think with this dude, I don't know what the deal is. I don't know what their relationship is like. The fact that they got married during COVID, and she's so pressed about, like, Kenya being like, "Oh, are you married or not married?" makes me go, "Did you get married?" Like,
Right.
like
Right.
a lot of her stuff, like her being like, "I got a pat on the back." No, you didn't. That is a full hug. What do you want her to sit in your lap?
Right. Just like a dog with a bone. It's like, girl, like calm down. Like she didn't she gave you one of the hugs that like you're not going to fully engage. Like if you walk into a room with 10 people, you're not going to fully engage 10 people. You're going to walk around the table. Hey, are you better than me, bitch? I'm giving smooches, like
Yes.
air smooches. I'm not going around and listen, the way norovirus and all this shit is going around. Listen, you lucky I came to this shit. Okay, I didn't want to come. I paid for this damn Uber, so I don't wind up like Karen Huger ass in the clink. Word that street thugs will go get me. Okay, it's a lot going on out here, and I'm up here bothering with your silly ass, your silly non-nose having ass. No.
My favorite part was like, so she's keeps trying with Kenya. She keeps trying, "Are you gonna try to be nice to me?" Kenya's
Mhm.
like, "What do you no, shut up. Like, you want a moment? You're so fucking weird, right?" And then for her to just keep going and going and going. My favorite thing was Kenya's like, "Oh, I'm not engaging with this obvious lunatic." She's Kenya and Portia and Shamia are
Mhm.
giggling. They're like,
Yes.
"Oh yeah, you wanna ride with us?" They're like, "Hee hee hee. Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'll ride with you." Like they're giggling and having a great time, totally unfazed by it. And
Mm,
there's Brit on the other side, an absolute nut job, losing
yeah.
her mind, cussing out nobody, staring. "Yeah, you think you're Hollywood? You think you're Hollywood? This Hollywood shit." What are you talking about?
What?
Are you
What?
okay? Like, did you take the wrong drugs this morning? Like, what the hell was it? Was so strange.
It's
And
very
just like,
weird.
even if she even okay, if sh it's one thing that she acted insanely, and then it's another thing is she's actually just unlikable. Like, she's not
Mhm.
there's nothing like, fun about her, and I thought, like, okay, she's gonna have something really terrible happen to her. So I thought, certainly, the editors will be, like, giving us a good edit of Brit.
Yes.
But even they don't even have a good content
N
to
I was
edit.
literally about to say it's actually insane because they would have done that, but that makes me think that they literally had so little to work with to make this edit possible that they were like, "You know what? Okay, we just gonna show her how she is, and then, at least
You
we can
guys
get Kenya
decide.
back next season." Exactly.
Yeah, we'll get I think that's probably a really good point. They were like, "You know what? We're gonna
Mhm.
show her it is,
Yeah.
and then, we'll let it pass one cycle. The
Mhm.
next one will bring Kenya back," because I think it almost is like they did the thing that they need to do because, like, Bethany's, like, reality reckoning bullshit was going on,
Right.
and you know that if they hadn't, like, appeased Brit, Bethany would have been like, "Brit, let me talk to you," or whatever, and then, like,
Right.
gotten her little ghoul hands on Brit and created a whole thing. So they were like,
Exactly.
"Alright, fine. Just you know what? Let's get rid of Kenya for a season."
God, another damn LA Times article. Who needs one of those? My
No, thank
God.
you.
No.
Ralph showed up in a shirtless confessional
With a brooch.
with a
With a brooch.
I
I'm
just love the
surprised it wasn't
producer.
Chanel. Cause
I know. I love the producer being like, "Ralph, why don't you have a shirt on?" And he's like, "What? What? I don't? What? No, nothing. I just he sucks."
like, girl.
Like, the way we knew that Ralph was a weirdo is the same way that I know that Brit's husband is a weirdo.
Yeah, it's I always my favorite thing to talk about is how fast the Bravo fandom turned on Ralph within the confines of one episode.
Oh,
Literally, their first scene and when they first came on, everyone was like, "Holy shit, this man is beautiful! My God, look at those muscles, chocolatey skin! Like, oh my God!" By the end of the episode, everyone let out a collective and
yeah.
just never went back. Like he never gave us a reason to even maybe stop and say, you know what? Maybe Ralph's the victim in all this. We were all like, nope, he's the villain. He's Thanos. Not even Thanos, because Thanos has redeemable qualities. Okay, at least he's trying. I mean, genocide, but like he's trying to at least say if you
It's
can't have
it's
Captain America and Iron Man, he get
it's
one of them.
quote
Okay.
unquote for the greater good.
Yes, exactly.
Which seems to be kind of, where the country's heading right now, our country.
Yeah,
So no,
sure.
I know. And Ralph and Drew crack me up because Ralph is a bad actor and Drew's a bad actor, and then
Hmm.
they, like, have that scene together, but regardless, what I wanted to ask you is Drew's music versus Shamia's music. Poor Shamia tried to debut her song
Yes.
poolside with her sister. She was like singing. She had her long hair in. She was like, I put away my Flavor Flav wig. Like, what did you know? You called it the Elvis wig.
Yes. A lot of
It's
Elvis
actually
wigs out there.
Portia's Elvis wig.
The very
So
one.
she's like thinking she's gonna debut her song, and she gets bamboozled with like a leaf blower, which I was like, this is why I love Atlanta, because like she just kept going. She was like, all right, we'll just take breaks in the middle and then I'll just talk about what's going on.
Yes.
But she debuted her song.
Mhm.
Portia, a total dick, was like, is that you? Is that you, Shamia? I don't think so. Was so mean. Is that Drew? What?
So ridiculous.
What do you think that was about?
Before I get into what I think that was about, I want to say, and I hope, because I'm sure Shamia and Drew both listen to this, okay? I
They're
I would just
avid
want to
listeners.
say, right, of both of us,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I just want to say that for Atlanta to be like the mecca of like, you know, culture shifting music and television, it's really like culturally sound. It's amazing me that you have two women on reality TV truly putting out music from the early 2000s. Like
Yeah,
every time I hear it, I'm like, is this new? What is
I
this?
know.
What
That's
is
exactly.
this?
And so because just full disclosure, I'm not a person that listens to a ton of R&B. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like hasn't evolved in a while, but I'm like, but I mean, I listen to like Victoria Monet. Like I listen to
Yes.
some young, like, I
Hmm.
put it out. I put my feelers out there. I listen to a little bit of something. I know the songs on TikTok at least,
Right.
you know,
Exactly.
but the music that they put out genuinely is a dance a song that you would play at a slow dance in 8th grade.
Truly. Like it
And you
feels like it came out on like Murder Inc. or something. Like that was like Ja Rule and Ashanti. Like I'm like, I was genuinely trying to figure out. I'm like,
yeah.
what is this?
And
What is this?
And then also the other thing is I think it's so funny that both Shamir and Drew are like, we've been singing our whole life. Like Shamir's like, I was in a girl band with Carrie Hilson, like all this stuff, right?
Yes.
But it just cracks me up because I'm like, you both know Candy Burris in real life.
Yes.
And you find the most random people to be your producers, which tells me that like if Candy's not fucking with you, Candy fucked with Kim Zolciak, guys.
Okay. Miss Lawrence too.
Yeah, yeah.
many a
You're gonna
many a talent, okay?
Yeah, and, like, you're telling me that, like, you were not good enough for Candy to work with, like, that tells me that, like, why don't
Truly.
maybe we try other talents, and you know what? The time that we saw Shamia belt out "Rain, Rain, Go Away" like a gospel in the first
Yes.
episode, I was like, "Okay, so Shamia does have a beautiful voice,"
Hmm.
but, I think I could sing "Rain, Rain, Go Away" like
As could
that.
I. As could
Yeah, you and
I.
I both could. We were both singing. We were singing "Wicked" in the streets of New York.
Exactly. It I both of the and Drew is particularly interesting when it comes to music because she and Dennis both thought it'd be a great idea to try to get a line dance out there. So that they have a Detroit style line dance. I don't know if you heard them recording it, but like I've heard it too, and I'm like, this is a line dance song. Like they want like the barbecues to like think, you know what? I'm gonna skip over the Isley Brothers, skip over Beyonce. I'm gonna
Oh
play
my
the new Drew
god.
Sidora. We gonna really get the party started with this new Drew Sidora track. You know what I hate though? What I absolutely hate?
What?
I keep hearing people put that Drew Sidora delulu song in their like background and stuff, and I'm like, oh, this is catchy, and I kind of hate that for
No, I
me.
know.
You're
No, I
so
know. No,
delusion.
it's
I'm like,
it's
oh
not bad,
goodness.
but that also sounds like, and I know you didn't really watch Summer House, but the early seasons of Summer House used to have a
I
song,
used to
a
watch
theme
then.
song. Yeah, and it does
Hmm.
sound a little bit like the Summer House theme song. "We're gonna
Uh-huh.
ah."
Yes.
That's what it sounded like. So
Oh, the Workers twins. Oh boy.
so Also, I just think one of the most hilarious random like, my favorite thing about Housewives is when you have these random things happen, right? Like, when you hear,
Mhm.
like, "Oh, this woman that used to be married to a count is now doing cabaret," right? Like, that is such a silly thing.
Yes.
Or like, this, I don't know, this I'm just my brain is completely blank. Like this woman that runs a nail salon is married to a guy who does mortgage fraud or whatever. I'm talking about Alexia. Like there's all these things, right? Like it's just so random. I just genuinely think it's so funny. Like Drew Sidora, actress,
Mhm.
was in the TLC movie, by the way.
Yes, as T-Boss.
Okay, also so funny that Shamia's like, "Me and Drew were in the movie in a TLC movie together." Like, Shamia, you were an extra.
Right. I was like, "Wait a minute, who she?" I'm like, "No, Lil Mama was left out. Hold on." I was really like Kiki Palmer. I'm like, "No, you weren't. Wait a minute, where were you in the movie?" So yeah, girl, that
Her IMDb says pregnant person.
I know you lying. I know you lying.
I swear.
I
I
know you
swear.
lying.
I swear. I'm gonna
Shamia,
look it
please.
I'm gonna look it up because
Shamia, please.
it says yeah, Shamia Moore. Let's look up her IMDb. I swear it says something like pregnant person or like patient number 5, like something like that. Shamia was also in Drumline, which is a great movie.
Drew Sidora was in White Chicks.
She was. That's
Not
right.
relevant, but I did want to bring it up.
Okay, let's see. What were you in? God, I just want to see. You know what? The IMDb website sucks now. There's
It
too many
does.
things. There's too
It
many things.
does.
I just want to know what all credits. All right, let's see what your credits were. And in the TLC movie, Pregnant Girl.
Pregnant girl. Wow. Wow.
In Temptation,
It's legendary.
Confessions of a Married Woman, she's credited as woman.
Not woman.
In Drumline, she was a dancer. So,
Oh.
God, I love Shamia. I just love that level of like delusion. But yeah,
Mm.
like Shamia, former actress, credited as pregnant girl in the TLC Crazy Sexy Cool movie with Drew Sidora. And Drew Sidora now is making music with a hot dog king. Like that's
Crazy.
just so silly. Like that is why
Crazy.
I love Housewives is when these Mad Libs like things happen. That is equivalent to like Tom's car rolled over twice or whatever and like there
Yes.
was a you know what I mean? Like it's so silly, but it's actually what happened. And that to me is so fun. And again, I'm just bummed out that it's going to get not fun next week.
I know. I'm hoping they at least keep between. Okay, so confession, I kind of am obsessed a little bit with Angela Oakley. I don't know why I find her to be so hilarious, but she is
So
so
funny.
funny to me.
Unintentionally, so funny.
That's it,
She calls people
unintentionally.
stupid. Who did she call Portia? Stupid bitch? Like, who did
Yeah,
she call
under her
stupid bitch?
breath. The
So
producer's like,
funny.
"What? What'd you say? Nothing. Nothing."
And I love that
Hilarious.
Angela's like older than everybody, it seems like.
Okay, so I saw a thing because one of the YouTubers I watched was going in on her saying like, "Why the hell is she on this show? She's clearly leaps and bounds older than all the rest of these girls." And I think Portia is the oldest one on the cast.
No,
I think
no,
so. Let me look.
no.
Hold on. Let me look. Angela Oakley age. Y'all, this is live research. Okay, live research.
Oh my god,
Um.
no.
Okay, she's not famous enough to have it just out there. So hold
No,
on.
she's not. She's not. I have no idea how old this woman is. She cannot be younger than Portia.
Child. Let me see. Let me see. I'm on people. No,
Okay, let's see. Charles Oakley wrote her a birthday note in 2023. Did not say
child.
how old she is, of
Damn
course.
it. Damn it.
Ugh, no, there's no way.
Her age is hidden. That's what I thought. I'm like, there is no way.
Her birthday is May 4th, so May the 4th be with
Yes.
her.
May
But
the fourth be with her. Go girl.
okay, she graduated college
Okay.
in 2000 between 2002 and 2004. No, no, no. Absolutely not.
Sis is late 30s, early 40s. Child.
No, she's no way. Mm-mm. If she
That's right.
graduated
She
college in
carries
2000,
herself really old, like much older, right?
if she graduated in 2004, better have been a late in life degree.
Right.
It better have been
Exactly.
continuing education. It better have
Exactly.
been night school because no way did she graduate college. That means that she and I were technically in college around the same time. I graduated high school in 2003. No way.
See
Mm-mm.
that? See that? That's wild to me because she presents like
Elder.
late 40s, early 50s, like at the youngest. But I mean, like looks fantastic, but presents there are a lot of people. I watched this show. I used to watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, and one of the girls
Mhm.
on there, you could not have convinced me that she was anything under 50. And she was the youngest person on the cast. I was like, wait, how are y'all doing this? Like, I don't understand because she was her whole storyline revolved around having a baby, and I was like,
Is that allowed?
right? Can you do that? I didn't know. I'm like, wait a minute, how did you? And then they asked her one day, she's like, so wait, how old are you? She's like, I'm 32. I was like, I know you lying.
No
You
way.
got to be like, it's
No way.
these
I would give
reality
Angela
TV
Oakley
girls,
my seat. That's how much older I think she
right?
is than me.
It don't help that she's always standing next to Charles too, who is like fully on gray. So I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
No
I'm gonna
way.
research. I'm gonna find his birth year
Ye
because
Yes.
this we need to know.
'Cause Charles Oakley is, like, born in the '60s, because he was, like, in his
Yes.
20s in the '80s, right? So, like, what did you
Oh
find?
fuck. That's Charles. God damn it, Charles. Get out of here.
I know.
It was a
That
whole
man
article.
hates the show and hates her.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't like her enough not to have a kid on her. And well, okay, let me.
No, it's true. And as she told Wendy Williams, it's just a kid.
It's just a kid, okay? I it's actually wild to me that she thought no one would question. Her story was, he had this whole big explosive thing with Madison Square Garden where he got blocked and that just really took a toll on our marriage and we just had to separate for a while. It was like I feel like we missed some steps here. Like
Yeah,
how
there's
did
some
that right?
gaps.
Where I'm not it's not clicking for me.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
didn't get from point A to point B with you.
No. Help
No,
me
I
out,
don't think
sis.
so. Yeah, there's a couple of detours that we took, right? I know, I
God.
really love it, and I love that, like, in a first season, people really present this way, and you just are like, "I'm not gonna believe you." Like, I love that they
Right.
come in always being like, "That seems like a reasonable storyline, right? You guys
Mhm.
follow?" And we're like, "No, we
Nope.
don't, but we're gonna
Uh-uh.
let you think that we follow, sure." Um,
Exactly.
do you like Kelly? I like Kelly so far.
I do. I really like Kelly, and I like that they're really putting her with all the girl. Like I like that she flat out asked Portia why you take in her word why you take that lady husband, and I because also I'm like on one hand why are we focusing on this like that was a husband they getting divorced whatever, but on the other hand I'm like why did you take
Why
that lady
did you take
husband
that lady
right like
husband? Yeah.
I would like to know. So I appreciate her for doing the Lord's work, but then I also appreciate her for going and having that incredibly fun lunch with Portia and
So
making up
fun.
immediately. So I'm like, okay, this is somebody that, unlike Beverly Hills, isn't going to carry a bone from episode 1 to episode 20. We can actually move on and have some fun too. So I like ever changing dynamics. So I like her. I like her a lot.
I know, I'm really loving it. I loved
N-
these 4 episodes, yes.
Now her coming in with the bodyguard, I was like, okay, now wait a minute. Is this like for real, or is this like Giselle showing up to Monique
So,
house with a bodyguard? Like what spectrum? But it sounds like it's for real. So
I
boy,
know.
listen, if y'all ever meet a man named Mark that want to date y'all, run, bitch, run. Do not date Mark,
You in
okay?
danger, girl. Yeah.
You in danger, girl.
Okay, unfortunately, we do have to talk about Beverly Hills.
Okay. Okay.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
Can you tell me why, after an entire season of it being Kyle versus Dorit, Sutton versus Dorit,
Mhm.
Kyle versus Sutton, Erica's in the mix, why is the reunion anti-Garcelle?
It's the weirdest shit in the world. And not only that, did you notice we're in the first part of the reunion and they've already gone to lunch. So that means y'all spent at least like 5 hours just picking at Garcelle for no reason. It's like, what are we actually doing? Like, y'all are obviously, they get so offended when you say that that this is pre-planned, or this is a collusion or something like that. But I'm like, I mean, that's what it's kind of giving at this reunion. Like, y'all don't want to go against each other. Fox Sports 5 wants to get back together. Y'all want to isolate Sutton and Garcelle. Y'all want to induct Bose into the group. It's giving a lot of phony, shady shit. So I don't know.
And I think if there was ever a question about whether or not Kyle runs the show, I think that we can stop asking that question because she
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
Because so I wrote basically Kyle was I know that there's been a lot of clips of like Dorit going after Garcelle and Erica
Mhm.
making that nasty comment about I just wish you were more interesting, I guess, and her being a cunt during Watch What
Mhm.
Happens Live. But Kyle was the biggest culprit this part of the reunion for me
Mhm.
because right in the top, Andy comes to like, he's doing the thing where he's like going around and like, whoa, how are you feeling? Da, 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 da. Kyle says that she doesn't think that Sutton shared anything about herself. She's like, okay, like Sutton, like you just shared your sustainable clothing line. Like, okay, what else? As if the woman didn't take her with her to Georgia to meet her insane mother and literally took Kyle to the house where her father unalived himself. And
3 episodes to the season.
Kyle's like, we don't know anything about Sutton. Kyle, are you great? She's such an unreliable narrator, but she's also an
God.
asshole. She's the
Right.
biggest. She's like a throbbing hemorrhoid asshole.
I was so focused on Erica Jane and Dorit for so long, right up until Kyle Richards fixed her mouth to call somebody else a mean girl.
Ah,
If that was not the most laughable thing I've seen, and I've just watched a whole fight where people were calling each other Flavor Flav and Knowles from the 90s. And
that's right.
that was my biggest laugh of the week. Kyle Richards calling somebody a mean girl. That's
Please.
actually insane to me. Somebody who's a whole lesbian right now, but 2-3 seasons ago made it her mission to expose somebody else as a lesbian on the show. Kyle, get all the way out of here. Bragging about exposing your sister's alcoholism on TV. Do I you were the president of the Fox Force 5.
That's right.
Members include everyone from Anne Marie Wiley. And if you need to know about her, take it to Google. Exactly. There's a new headline about her and her gross husband every single day.
Her
Lisa
rapist
Renner.
husband,
Exactly.
and both Anne Marie and her husband are now happily part of the Republican Party. They're pro Trump.
Oh, having the time of their lives. Absolutely. Weirdos. They're just, she every time her and that little thin ponytail pop up on my screen, I'm just so upset. I'm like, why is Anna Marie here? Anna Marie, Ann Cleavis. I don't know why is she here?
Kyle is truly the worst. Like, I want people to remember that she said this about Sutton not sharing anything about herself because I want you to remember because Kyle is an unreliable narrator. Kyle
Uh-huh.
is an unreliable narrator. That whole story she goes on about, like, oh, I pulled the producer aside and I told them to come and talk to Bose. And I went and I talked to you, Bose, like on vacation. Don't you remember that? And Bose is like, no, I don't remember that. I guess it wasn't a memorable conversation. That literally never happened. Kyle is she's I don't people can say she's an unreliable narrator. I'm going to say she's just a straight up liar. Like she's just a
Yeah.
liar. She truly only believes the things that she's one of those people that convinces herself like, if I say something enough times, then it'll
Mhm.
become true, right?
Yep.
Like that's who Kyle is. Kyle coming after Garcelle, calling her a mean girl, and then being like, let's talk about why she called her a mean girl, right? Kyle
Mhm.
says, because they're talking about the Morgan thing, and Garcelle said, you told us, oh,
Oh,
who was
child.
that?
This is my
Is
damn
that your,
Vizio. My damn Vizio.
did it say
Doing
the internet is disconnected?
no, it said it's talking about the sound bar is disconnected from the
Ah,
network. Now, what network I still haven't figured out since I set this damn thing up. So I don't know, but I've
I said, oh
attempted to
no,
mute it.
is a tornado here? Am I about
I
to make
know.
money off of your demise?
I know. Literally, I rushed home from work because it like started pouring raining, but it lasted for like 3 seconds. So then I got home. okay, I cheat on Thursday, so I did stop at Nothing Bun Cake first, and then I stopped at
Mm.
Whole Foods to get some Jenny's ice cream too. But then I rushed home so that I can record with you, okay? Because
I
it
need
was
to
a lot
know,
going
are
on.
you gonna
Yes.
take is the bundt cake gonna be the base and the ice cream gonna go on top, or are
Oh
we
my
having
god.
them separately?
Okay, so I do half and half. So I'm around
Everybody, can
lunchtime.
you slow down so people can slowly unzip their pants and really
No, please, everyone. This is the portion of the show where you unbutton the jeans. Okay, um, I will literally split my bundt cake in half. So Nothing Bundt Cake has a new one. It's a churro cake, and they put
Ooh,
caramel on top of. Oh
ooh.
my god. Oh my. I've had it literally. I only cheat on Thursdays because I try to contain myself. But literally every Thursday, I will go and get me a Nothing Bundt Cake, this churro thing, and I will go get some Jenny's ice cream, gooey butter cake to be specific.
Oh.
I will eat. Take me a big old scoop of that, half of that cake. Oh, it only lasts me about 5 minutes, but it is the best 5 minutes of my year every single time. It is amazing.
I'm
Oh,
I'm so
oh,
happy listening to, like,
oh,
I don't know how to explain it. I'm genuinely so ecstatic right now listening to
right?
you describe this. That sounds so good.
Oh my! I love hearing people talk about. It is like my passion in life. Hearing people talk about what they're gonna eat, or because I'm like, I will literally. I'm the most like I don't know how like people try to call me an influencer because I'm not. I am the influenced because I will listen to someone talk about
Sure.
food. They're like, oh my god, I made a pot roast the other day. Literally within hours, I have a pot roast in the oven because I'm like, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna have a pot roast today too. Every single day, it doesn't matter, and I have to stop that because I'm trying to get my life together. Okay.
I realized after eating with you a couple of times that you and I
Yes.
actually have very similar tastes in food.
Yes. I
Chicken
love
parm,
that. Mhm.
short ribs,
Mhm.
that crème brûlée that we got, little
Yes.
crack of that crème
Well, because
brûlée.
because Donnie and Tom were too good to have any, but whatever,
I'm
okay?
never saying no to a
Me
crème
neither.
brûlée.
Oh my god, if you ever well, okay, if you ever make it to Memphis, I'm sorry,
Okay.
but if you do ever make it to Memphis by some by some unfortunate event, okay, tornado blows you here, like whatever.
Sure.
There's a restaurant here. It's my favorite. I've never gone to a restaurant and ordered corn, but I go here and I always have corn as a side because they do a corn brulee, and it
Ah!
is it when I tell you it is amazing.
Okay,
Oh my
is
god.
it like a corn soufflé with a crunchy top, or is it
Yes.
oh my
Oh my you can literally
god.
like it's like it like crackles in your mouth. Oh my god, it is
Oh my god.
amazing. Oh my god. We like fight. It comes in a little skillet. Like, oh my
Ah!
god, we fight over it. It's amazing. Oh.
I
Oh.
love food.
Me too.
I love it
Me
so
Wait a
much.
minute. I can get us back on track. You
Mhm.
know why I always prefer like Atlanta to Beverly Hills, like even
Yes.
outside of like the content. I love to see when like Atlanta or Potomac go to restaurants and order food. There's never been a time where I've watched Beverly Hills and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have a spring salad today with no meat on it. That sounds delicious, and a sugar-free vinaigrette. I can't wait. No, I'm not
Yeah.
eating that.
Kyle is like, "You can hold the mashed potatoes."
I'm like, girl, go to hell.
Shut up. No wonder you're so miserable.
You're
Just eat the
right.
fucking mashed potatoes and be the lesbian that you wanna be.
You can eat the mashed potatoes in practice. Like it's basically the same thing. Like my God.
Well
Goodness.
well, I wouldn't say that it's the same thing.
Have you seen
That's
Morgan? I mean,
I'm like, "This is how I know you're a gay man.
I know.
You're like mashed potatoes, like a vagina, right?"
Well, it flows through, whatever happens. Whatever.
If your vagina is like a mashed potato, you need to go to the pharmacy.
It's called trichomales. No, okay, let me stop.
Alright, alright.
Okay,
Okay,
we're done. We're done.
so Kyle says that Sutton and Garcelle are mean girls, and the
Yeah.
reason why she says that is because they're talking about the Morgan thing, and Garcelle says, "If, like, you don't wanna talk about Morgan, but then you told us off camera why
Mhm,
you did not wanna talk about Morgan."
mhm,
And do you remember, and she's like, "And Sutton, this is I said this last week when I was on Raven's podcast. I said,
mhm. Great
I have a"
episode, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I have a feeling that the reason why Garcelle left is because Sutton kept her thin-lipped mouth nice and tight and shut and did not defend Garcelle. That
Yep.
is basically what happened. And I said it last week. Do not get involved in these white women's drama because
Mm-hmm.
they will throw you under the bus. Bose, if you're listening, don't get involved in their bullshit because they will throw you under the bus. Dory is
Mm-hmm.
already weaponizing you. I'll get to it in a minute, but Dory already
Yep.
says something to weaponize her relationship with Bose
Mm-hmm.
against Garcelle. So
Mm-hmm.
Kyle admits basically that she talked off camera about Morgan and decided to tell the women off camera why she does not want to talk about Morgan.
Mm-hmm.
And Sutton said that that was a chess move. And she doesn't admit that to Garcelle. And
Which
then later on, she's
sounds
like,
just like Sutton, so we all believe it.
exactly. And also because when Sutton met with when Kyle meets with Sutton and Garcelle before they go to like that first beach house trip, Sutton's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Kyle, why are we meeting together? Is it because you want to like get your, your soldiers or like your storyline right? Like that's the only reason we're meeting, right?" So
Mm-hmm.
we already have seen this happen, but for some reason, which we know now what the reason is, Kyle runs the show basically. She's in touch with
Yeah.
all these executives. She knows all the producers. It's Kyle's show. Crystal on her podcast with 50 Cynthia Bailey said when she was told to join Beverly Hills, she was told this is Kyle Richards' show. So we know very much that you have to make Kyle happy in order to stay on the show.
Yep.
Garcelle gets thrown on the bus by Sutton. She gets left on the side by Sutton. And that's when Kyle finds out that Sutton said this was a chess move. That's when she's like, you guys together are mean girls. What's
Girl.
mean about that? You're the one not being open and honest, Kyle. And then
Right.
later on, when Garcelle's like, we had a laugh about it. When I said that at Chuck E. Cheese, like, if you want to be a lesbian, be a lesbian. You laughed about it.
And you can see it in the scene because they didn't cut away from it quick enough either. So they were all laughing about it.
Exactly. Kyle says, I think that you said that to embarrass me. What's embarrassing about being a lesbian, Kyle?
Right.
Like,
Girl.
that was so jarring to me. Like, how are you why is being a lesbian an embarrassing thing? What's
Your
embarrassing
husband
about being with your husband is kissing 12-year-olds or whatever how old
has a
girls
new
are.
Twinkie every a new flavor, like double stuff. Like he has a new Twinkie on a new continent every time we open up the tabloids, okay? But you can't be a lesbian backstage supporting your girlfriend. Like girl, it see
Get it
that
together.
please get it together. See, that makes me think that all the stuff that they say about Kyle behind the scenes is absolutely true
100%.
because it really feels like she has this like big shame around it as opposed to like, oh no, Morgan's just secretive. It's more so like, no, I don't ever want to have that conversation with my kids, or
Yep.
no, I don't ever want this to be a public thing. And like, no, Kyle's weird. She's gross.
That's literally internalized homophobia, Kyle. Like, get
Yeah,
over yourself. And also, why is it that we can't talk about Morgan, but this girl who was in whatever in the tabloids kissing Mauricio, I didn't even see that girl's face. But we talked about her for like 3 episodes. Why are we allowed to talk about this girl? She didn't sign up for
right.
this show.
She did
She
not.
she didn't sign up for anything. Why is Morgan not being discussed?
Can I tell you what
Yeah.
annoyed me the most about that? The fact that she really out of her mouth, and Garcelle didn't get nearly mad enough for me, but opened her mouth and said, well, your son didn't want to be on the show this
Uh,
season. My teenage child, you're comparing Morgan, who was on the show last season, who you just filmed a music video with as her love interest, who we see you backstage at her concerts all the time. Her not being on the show, that grown ass woman, to my underage son who's been attacked multiple times because of this show. That's what you're comparing? Oh, Kyle, when I say delusional, we gotta come. I gotta come up with a new adjective. I'm opening up Merriam-Webster when I get done with this. We gonna find a new adjective just for Kyle's ass because delusional don't work. Maybe delulu. We'll give her delulu like Juicy
no,
Dora's new song or
Delulu
something. Cause
is too cute actually.
it
Let's
is. It's
look it
way
up.
too cutesy.
Delusional synonyms. And we'll
Yes,
find
there
one
we
that really
go.
works with Kyle. Hallucinatory. That's a good one.
Oh, I like that. Wait a minute. What is this? Phantasmagorical? Kyle, you are the most phantasmagorical bitch I've ever seen on TV, okay?
The name of the
Phantasmagorical.
episode. Phantasmagorical.
That is exactly what
phantasmagorical
you
ass
are.
bitch.
Okay.
And then and no, I agree. It's so annoying. And then like I saw when she had said that in the after, she had said something similar in the after show about like how
Mhm.
like Garcelle's kids don't want to be on the show, so it's the same thing. And it's like, are you comparing Morgan to your children because she's your daughter's age?
Right.
Is that
Sha
why?
Also, since she's that young, that's a hard Morgan's living a hard life, baby. That listen, you know me, I'm all about skincare, okay? We need to
Mhm.
get her some antioxidant serum, some collagen elixirs. Like we got to get Morgan some stuff cuz
I don't think
baby,
she uses sunscreen.
no, I thought her and Kyle were neck and neck when it came to age. Finding out that lady was younger, I was like, "Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
Wow. That's
Well,
shocking to me." Okay.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're like Phaedra when she's okay, well, happy birthday to you then.
Right. Congratulations. Thank you.
I just turned 43.
Yes.
I just like
I
lives in my
love it.
head rent free. God, I love it
I
so much.
love it.
Well, congratulations to you.
Happy birthday. However,
Anyway, Kyle saying Dorit saying alcoholic is bad is not because Kyle actually believes it's bad. Is because she just wants the internet to dogpile on Dorit for saying the word alcoholic the way that they
Mhm,
did on Kyle for saying alcoholic. But Kyle, those are
mhm.
two very different things. PK admitted that he had a drinking problem. Kim
Yep.
Richards got outed by you. That's a big difference.
Right. Kyle will do anything to justify her bad behavior, anything except apologize. It's actually crazy.
It's nuts. So while they're having this whole conversation and they're talking about this whole Kyle Garcelle set and their friendship, whatever, Dorit chimes in the middle and see, that's why I gravitate towards Bose because she is so real.
Oh.
Wait, what? It was like it was.
Oh.
Listen, you little Zionist Trumper ass Barbie bitch. Shut the fuck up, okay? I don't want to hear from Dorit again. She's so fucking annoying. I'm so glad
So
PK sent
annoying.
that weird ass note,
Yes, dragging her
basically being
ass.
like, drag her,
Drag her mommy.
PK, okay?
This is
Drag her.
literally the second thing, like, it's been 1 week, and both Erica and Dorit have said comments like this that have annoyed me so badly because they did it in only the way well, Eric, I don't know if I can call you rich, but a rich adjacent white woman could
100%.
say when she's comparing two black people. Because Erica on Watch What Happens Live last week made that statement of, "Oh, Andy, you finally got a good one." And I'm like, yeah, that one, a lot of people missed that, but I immediately my head came up from my phone. I was like, "Excuse me, you finally picked a good one? What do you what a good what?"
You went down to the pen and you picked up the right black for us,
Exactly. Like, girl, what
Andy.
we talking about? Huh?
What?
Excuse me? So her and Dorit are just I know they are just ecstatic that they no longer have to worry about being called out for their lies because who the hell else is gonna do it now? I don't know.
If they didn't dogpile on Garcelle, here's the things that they would have had to talk to. They would have
Talk
had to
about
deal
it.
with Dorit and Kyle's friendship, which they
Mm-hmm.
barely got into. They would have had to get into Sutton and Dorit's bullshit, but like they're really not getting into any of that for some reason. The season was actually fun to watch for me
Mm-hmm.
because I
White on
loved
white crime.
White on White Crime. We
Yes,
loved it.
absolutely.
We loved it. It was mayonnaise sandwich after mayonnaise sandwich, okay? It was great, and we were just enjoying it on the side. We were like, "Oh, this is great. It's so
Like this don't
lovely.
involve me.
It does
Yes.
not involve me. I'm not hurting in any way." And then they were like, rather than dealing with any of our shit, let's just dogpile on Garcelle. It made no sense. But the reality is that
Mhm.
we have seen that these women come for people who have shit going on outside of the show. When
Yes.
they say, like, you don't bring anything to the show, you don't bring anything, Erica being like, I just wish you were more interesting, I guess. Like, we've shown
Girl.
so much about our divorces and our financial issues. Oh, I'm sorry that Garcelle has not defrauded anybody. I'm
Right.
sorry that she didn't. Her even comparing, being like, "Oh, we married two ugly white guys who cheated on us." No, have you seen Garcelle's ex husband?
Right.
Have you seen Garcelle? She didn't. Are you crazy? She had a whole family with this man. You
Right.
cannot compare your gold digger ass relationship with that decrepit old man to what Garcelle
Yeah.
had. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And I can't stand any of it. They make me hate the show. Like,
Yeah.
they really think
Truly.
so highly of themselves. They genuinely make me hate the show. And you know what, Sutton, I'm so sick of your shit. When they cut for break, she's like, "Everybody hates me. I'm about to cry." Shut
I
the fuck.
literally how did this become about
You
you?
better shut the fuck up. You better shut the fuck up, Sutton. Fuck you, Sutton.
God.
Fuck you, Sutton. I can't. I was like, "Are you crazy? You said not one word. Nary a word."
Not one. And then went to her dressing room. What happened was she thought that she was going to be able to complain that entire time and make the focus on her. But then she quickly realized, like, oh shit, Garcelle was the one actually taking the brunt of that. So let me shut the fuck up for a minute. Yeah, how about you do? You didn't do it. You had to get called out once again because, oh, surprise, surprise, Garcelle's the only one that calls motherfuckers out on this damn show.
Yep.
You had to get called out for your part in what you said about Kyle, and then you didn't even want to admit it because you're so damn hell bent on bowing down and kissing the ring. It's like, what does Kyle, clearly it's job security, but like, what does Kyle have on these women to where everyone is so damn afraid to say anything to her? It's actually insane.
They're gross. I can't stand it. Good luck
Gross.
with the rest of the show if this is what you're gonna do. Have fun filming with Sutton. Which,
Exactly.
whatever. Again, if it's gonna be white on white crime, I'll watch it. But that's the thing, right? Sutton's like, "They're gonna come for me. They're gonna come for me." Okay, well, you're the one that talks shit all season. They should come for you.
Right.
You can't be this like big bad. Like, Sutton's always like, "You don't want to make an enemy out of me."
Mhm.
What are you gonna do? Cry about it? That's all you do.
Exactly. It actually shocked me in the finale when they did that edit because I only saw like the first piece at first. Then I just waited and watched the rest of the episode. But I saw that first piece where Sutton was like, over the years, these women have been absolutely horrible to me. And then they did that long montage of like them like beating
Yeah.
up on Sutton. I was like, oh, I was shocked at that edit. But then right after, they
Yes.
showed everything she's done to these women to get
That's
that
right.
reaction out. And I was like, okay, that's balanced. Okay, I can see
Yeah.
that now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Absolutely. And I will say this, Garcelle saying I also thought when Garcelle said, "I don't think Dorit knew about the burglary, but somebody did."
Mhm.
I thought that she was talking about PK. I can admit that
Yeah.
that's the vibe that I got. But
Mhm.
also, count me as one of the 4 to 4 million people
Right.
who agree. Like, and
Mhm.
Dorit being like, "Do you know how terrible that makes my husband sound?" Bitch, you just said that he's not a good dad. What are you
Thank
talking about?
you. That was the first thing I said. I'm like, you literally just said this man was not a good father, but now you're saying he doesn't care about our children. No, well, you said that first
You're
of
the one that
all.
said it. You
Watch your
said it.
mouth.
Yeah, who said that? You said that.
You said that,
You said that. Yeah, you're just
girl.
making things up. I'm so sick of them. I can't stand it. Good for Garcelle. You can leave.
Yes.
If your guys are gonna do this weird ass dog pile shit, and the Beverly Hills women will ruin the show. They always ruin the
Oh,
show. They take a
absolutely.
perfectly good show, a perfectly good season, and they just smash it the fuck up. And all the
Yep.
things they're getting mad at Garcelle about is the shit that Lisa Rinna used to do for them. So I don't
Yep.
get it. Who cares?
Literally.
And
The
she's absolutely
only
right. Yeah. She's like, "You're damned if I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. If I don't say anything, I'm not interesting. If I do stick up for Sutton, then I'm a bad person. If I don't stick up for Sutton, then I'm a bad person." And Kyle's such
Mhm.
an asshole to be like, "I don't give a fuck if my relationship Sutton cares about my relationship." I'm like,
Super
"Sutton,
weird.
are you hearing this? And you're just gonna fucking sit there and take it? You fucking loser."
She's literally the only redeeming quality that they have is that they finally picked the damn color scheme for their reunion dresses because nothing in this world used to stress me out more than knowing that the Beverly Hills reunion looks were about to drop because I knew everybody was going to a different event in a different season in a different country on a different planet. I never knew what the hell to think. There clearly wasn't a theme at first. So the only thing I can appreciate is that y'all at least got the same tone of the dresses. That's the only thing I can appreciate here.
They always in the past look like different versions of, like, the monsters in Monsters Inc. that go into the different doors.
Yes.
That's what they look like.
True. They look like the real monsters is what they look
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, they did. I miss that show.
Oh,
Okay. You know what? Let's talk about something fun. Let's talk about White Lotus.
yes. Let's
Okay.
talk about it.
It was a penultimate episode. A little
Hmm.
slow burn. Okay.
Hmm.
Lots of stuff happened though.
Yeah.
Lori got hers.
It did.
She sure did. She had a great
Hmm.
time.
I'm happy
She got
for her.
slapped in the face by that weird guy's girlfriend while jumping
Yep.
out with her pants coming down her ankle. I mean, good for her. She lived her
Right.
life. Happy for her.
After getting slapped in the face with a penis. So good for
Y-
you, girl.
Good
Good for you.
for you. And then, the Ratliffs attended a party at Greg/Gary's house, and Greg/Gary really has some nerve. He tries to tell our
Mhm.
sweet sister Belinda, he says, I can buy your silence for $100,000.
Like, girl,
What are we
all
gonna
that
do with
money you
that?
got from her, now get out of here.
What are we gonna do with $100,000? What's $100,000 gonna get me?
And not a damn thing.
Yeah. And
Please.
and Zion is like, he's probably Gen Z because they don't understand how much things cost. He's like,
Exactly.
just take the money. Are you crazy?
Right. He's
If
like, oh
it
my
was
God.
if it was 100 million, we could talk. Even if it was 500,000, I'd be talking, maybe.
Right. I just need to put one more zero and just give me at least an even million so I can go on about because 100,000 that ain't gonna cover the property taxes on this like little spa I'm trying to open up. Like, what are you giving me?
Also, 100,000, that's like what? I'm gonna use like 30 of that to do first class flight back to Hawaii or whatever from Thailand.
Right. Like you've accounted for nothing. Are you kidding me? At least let
That's
me get on the private jet, but then you might try to let me not say you might try to load that motherfucker with luggage or something and send my ass down to
and
turn me over like Delta. I don't
and
know.
where's Porn Chai? Why didn't you bring Porn Chai to the party?
Right. What is happening?
What's going on? Um,
Shout out to Porn Chai.
Shout out to Porn Chai. He's hot as hell.
Yes.
My brother mentioned this last week, but I'm gonna repeat it again. He looked so cozy in Belinda's bosom.
Yes. The
And I
time of
would
his
be
life.
too. I would be too if I was in Belinda's bosom. At the party also, Chloe, Gary/Greg's girlfriend,
Mhm.
invites Saxon into a tryst with Gary/Greg.
Mhm.
And, you know,
Whew. Lots happening.
I just don't understand it. But I guess there's a kink for everybody. She says he wants to get cucked, right? That's what they call it.
Yeah. Listen, when you have so much money, I feel like what the real world is teaching us is that once your net worth gets over a certain amount, I feel like they just get so bored. They just like, well, let me start exploring some fantasies, and they just don't care, and they make it happen. And you know what? They're on vacation at the goddamn White Lotus, so I guess he's like, you know what? It's a better time than any to be cuckolded. Okay, better time than any. From what I hear, you get jacked off by your little brother. So like, I mean, why not? You're clearly into some shit. So let's get it going. Let's get it cracking, baby. Let's get it started.
Saxon thinks that he kind of has a chance with Chelsea,
Child.
and he thinks that he can be spiritual for like 30 seconds and try to get some. And I was like, that's bold. That's nice of you to try. But she did watch you get jerked off by your brother. So
Yeah.
I think it's a wrap.
Vehemently jerked off by your brother. Yes. My goodness.
What a show.
I know. My goodness.
My brother, my eldest brother, is like more conservative. And we were
Mm.
talking about White Lotus this weekend. And he was like, oh, should I watch this season? And I was like, nah, I don't think so.
Oh.
No.
I'd skip.
He's like, why? What's weird about it? And I was like, I don't know where to start.
Right. You
Uh,
know, he's like, well, should I start the beginning? I don't know. No.
He's like, is it worse than Game of Thrones? I was like, anyway, kind of.
Different? I don't know.
Pretty similar, weirdly.
You know.
Well, speaking of Chelsea, she's waiting for Rick, but Rick is, he has his little talk with Shri Tala's husband.
Mhm.
He has his, I guess, awakening moment or whatever. And then he and Frank Frank gets fucked up. Frank's like, hey, ladyboy business is back on. Or woman.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
smoking meth.
I mean, listen,
there's a
they
crack.
having a time.
Like, how quickly? much money? How did this is so fast. You
A
guys
time
just
is
left.
being had, baby. Do you hear me?
And then, one of my favorite scenes was Victoria Ratliff asking that one girl why she's with that creepy middle-aged man. And I was like, "Oh my god, it's me watching many seasons of Housewives."
Yes,
It's like me
literally.
me to Ashley, Darby.
Yep.
Yeah, every time.
Goodness. Me to most of them. Like, who is that?
Yeah.
Who's that man?
Now, who do you think? I think it's like everything that happened. Oh, and then what else happened? Oh, and then of course, Guy Talk. Now, Guy Talk and Mook. Mook is like Guy Talk. I need you to kill somebody, basically.
Right.
Right?
Like,
Mook is
oh.
like, hey, there's no chance until you either get a promotion or become a murderer. Okay. And Guy Talk's like, I don't really want to murder anyone. And she's like, "Ugh, I thought you were ambitious. What? Mook?
Like, damn.
Damn.
Like, they're no middle ground? What are we
Yeah.
talking
Like, what if he wants to open up a business? I don't know. And she's like, was murder gonna happen there? Are you
about?
gonna kill anyone?
My favorite video on the internet right now is Guy Talk singing No Diggity by
Oh my god.
Blackstreet.
No, his voice is butter.
Like, where did this come
There's a
from?
whole
Like,
performance. There's a whole performance video
oh my God.
with a live
What?
band. Here's what
What?
I wanna know. Can you sing any other songs? Like, is that the
Right.
one song that? Because I get it, like, "Hey-oh, hey-oh, hey-oh, hey" that's fun. But, like, if that's the only song you can sing, then are you a
Truly.
singer?
Right.
Honestly, send Guy Talk to the Hot Dog King.
Truly. I mean, listen, we can make some hits over here, okay?
Because if you
Now
wanna
it's
make early 2000s music,
I'm just gonna say it's gonna sound a little dated, but still, we'll take it,
that's
okay?
fine.
We'll take
That's
it.
fine. Okay, Lachlan tells Piper because here's the thing I learned about Lachlan. Lachlan just goes hard on whatever it is his siblings are doing.
Yep.
He was with Saxon. Saxon's like, "We're gonna go weird and sexual," and he was like, "Okay, cool. I'll jerk you off." And he's like,
Right.
"Wait, that's not what I meant." And Piper's like, "Let's like really get zen." And he's like, "Yeah, I'll stay in the monastery with you." And she's like, "I
Like, this
don't
is
think
my
so."
fucking thing. Like, no, we're not doing that.
Which brings me to this.
Yes.
Who do you think is dying next episode?
I
You had some
genuinely
insane theories on Threads.
I do. I don't know what. Like, I opened up the floodgates just by saying I literally got on Threads. I said, "Hey guys, I'm bored. Give me your most like off the wall theory about the finale." And boy, did they take that to heart. I have no idea who's gonna die, but I feel like maybe Lachlan gets
Yes,
shot.
me too.
I've heard theories that the monkeys are the ones pulling the trigger. It's been a lot going on. Okay. I feel like Gary finally has to get his, but he doesn't actually like live at the White Lotus. He's just nearby, so maybe he won't even be around. So I don't know. I feel like we can take him off the board. I feel like Mike White hates us, so I feel like Belinda will probably die.
No.
I know. It would really sadden me if Zion dies because hot. So that would really upset me. I don't know. I okay. Do you feel like Timothy is gonna do something to the family?
I think that there's a murder suicide situation happening with the
Oh
family.
boy.
I
Oh
think that
boy.
I think that all of them besides Piper get
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's gonna be a lot to handle, but I'm ready to handle it.
I think that some of that poison fruit ends up in a smoothie
Mm-hmm.
and the entire Ratliff clan gets taken out.
That goddamn blender. That goddamn blender.
Yeah, and the only person left from it is Piper, and Piper's like, "Well, I was gonna join the monastery anyway, so
Exactly.
I guess that's that."
Exactly.
She'll probably become an influencer. She'll
Oh
start a
god.
TikTok about her murder, her family's murder, and then make millions of dollars. So
The only way you can in 2025.
exactly, exactly. I also think that Kate, one of the three blondes, is
Okay.
the one that is going to tell Victoria about her family's thing. Like, I think that what's going to end up happening is that I just had a theory. Okay. What
Okay.
if, okay, Victoria goes to breakfast and Kate is like, "Oh my God, Victoria, I
Because
heard
she
about
knows
your
her from
husband."
Austin, right?
Exactly. "I heard about your
Okay.
husband." And she's going to
Mm-hmm.
say, "What? What about my husband?" And then she's going to confront Timothy. And at that time, Timothy is going to be making that murder smoothie for the whole family. And before he
Oh.
knows it, one of his children is going to end up drinking it, and he will, by accident, kill one of his kids.
Oh. Boy, oh, I just feel like the kid that has, I just feel like it has to be Lachlan because I feel like he's
There's too much
so
shame.
right. He's so ancestrally pure. I don't know if those words go together, but he's
Ugh. Ugh.
he's
I don't think they do.
I know he's so pure in a I want to wear my sibling's skin kind of way. I don't know something
Sure.
something in there. Yeah, we'll go with that. I just feel like he's gonna be the one because I don't know, man. You something. Listen, you either can't trust a twink or you got to watch out for a twink dying. It's one of those two options. So I feel like he fits both categories, and we'll see.
I also think that it could be a silly death because that's what we've seen so far. Like
Yeah.
last season, Tanya like blonked, she got conked in the head jumping right out of that boat.
Yep.
The first season, that guy literally died taking a shit. And
Right.
so, things like that. I feel like it could be Fabian. I feel like Fabian might get bonked in the head by something.
Yeah.
Maybe a monkey's gonna grab a gun and accidentally kill Fabian. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Anything's possible. But I love
Anything
that
is
show,
fucking
and I'm gonna miss
possible.
them.
Me too.
Where do you think they go next? I would love to do a see a winter White Lotus.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Like
I
the
f-
Alps.
I feel like I saw something. No, wait, I don't even want to confirm this without. Let me look real quick. White Lotus season 4 location because I felt like I saw something that said maybe Vegas, but then I was like, what day is this? I
No.
can't trust anything about.
Oh, was it yesterday? Because we
Might
can't
have
trust it.
been because.
People are lying.
Oh, they said that it seems to confirm Norway, but that was like a month
Oh,
ago.
love that.
So that'd be good. Okay,
That
that'd be
would be really
good.
good. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I want. That's what I want. Okay,
Oh,
cool, cool,
I'm
cool,
into
cool,
that.
cool.
Okay, 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 okay.
Ugh, what
I'm
a
into that.
show. Well,
No. Mm-mm, 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 mm-mm.
my brother was like, because one of my cousins was saying how White Lotus this season he's like bored because he,
Mm,
and my brother was like, dude, I could watch those three women that are on vacation forever. I don't even care if there was no murder. And I was like,
literally.
yeah, that's literally Housewives. What do you think I've been doing
Literally.
for 20 years?
Exactly.
That's
That's
literally
literally it.
Housewives. That's
Passive
it.
aggressive friendship that you really don't care if you never talk to these women again, but also you've known them for so long that you got to talk to them every now and then. So it's like it's what we love. It's what
It
we
is.
do.
It is. And the
Mhm.
what's the word you use? And they're all phantasmagorical.
Yes, exactly.
Well, Kendrick,
Hallucinatory.
hallucinatory and
Yes.
phantasmagorical.
Yes.
This is great. We chatted about all the things.
All the things.
Guys, just go follow Kendrick. And if you don't already, that's weird.
Oh.
And you should, and go leave him a 5-star review on Spotify and on
Ooh.
Apple Podcasts.
Yes,
And I
yes.
don't know if you can leave reviews on any other apps that people use. What other apps?
Nah, I
You know
don't
what?
tell them.
YouTube. I'm sure they listen on YouTube Music. If you listen on YouTube Music, you could
Okay.
leave a 5-star review there.
Okay.
And you know what? You can leave me one too if you want to be nice. But
Yes.
most of you don't want to be. Anyway, um, I love you, Kendrick. I can't wait for you to come back. We
I
still have
love
to
you
do another
more.
escape room.
Yes, we
This
do.
time without high school children.
Yes. I have my card locked and loaded. I'm ready.
That's right, exactly.
Mhm.
Guys, I'll be back. I don't know when. Probably talk about Summer House, unfortunately. But if I've learned anything from Cory Booker, it's that I will never stop yelling about terrible men and
Right.
terrible white women on Bravo.
And we will never
You
stand up for 25 hours.
That's right.